Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for checking me out. This is Zach with Car Talk with Zach, and before I get into this 2020 Ford Explorer ST, I want to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything, and also check me out on Facebook at Car Talk with Zach, Z-A-K. But yeah, check this out, man. I have waited so long on getting my hands on a Ford Explorer ST, and finally Laird Noller Ford hooked me up here in Lawrence, Kansas, and I absolutely love this color combination on this 2020 Ford Explorer ST. So if you don't know, the ST is Ford's performance edition, and man, there was some conversation about whether or not the Explorer really earned an ST badge, and I'm going to tell you I believe it does. So I'll do a quick walk around and show you a little bit about what I like about this Explorer ST. First of all, just the body lines. I mean, the Explorer was redone in 2020. I think they did a really nice job. I mean, this is a mid-size kind of family SUV, and then this one has been taken to Ford Performance, and they did a really nice job with it. Like I said, I really love the color. This dark blue, it's kind of a medium blue with the black tinted windows and the black wheels. Those are 21-inch wheels. Look, gives it a really nice aggressive stance, and it looks really good. And you can see the Explorer badge there in the back has been blacked out. You get 4 exhaust pipes with the ST, kind of letting you know this thing means business. I'll get into the performance here in a little bit, but overall you can just see that this got really nice body lines. It looks like a Ford Explorer, yes, but it's definitely a whole lot more aggressive than just a normal Ford Explorer. So I really love the red brake calipers behind those huge blackened out 21-inch wheels. It looks really aggressive, really nice. I really do also like on the 2020 Explorer these LED running strips, or LED light strips at the top of the LED headlights. Looks really nice. It looks nice and aggressive, especially with this ST edition. So once we kind of crawl in, I can show you a little bit on the inside. It does have keyless entry, so you can just keep your key in the pocket and lock the door and unlock it just from the door handle. Really nice audio system. There's speakers everywhere. You can see Ford Performance there as you come in. There are plenty of ST badges, and you can see here in the seat it's been embossed with ST. Lots of clues as you get inside and walk around the Explorer ST that this is kind of the real deal. So you can see fully digital instrument panel, and this vertical media center here. It's kind of taken off in a lot of vehicles these days, and Ford picked it up here, and I think it works pretty good. So as I start it up, you can see everything kind of comes to life, and this screen is very customizable. You can, depending on what kind of mode you want to be in, normal mode, slippery, trail. You get these little movies that show you what mode you're in. Deep snow, sand. You get back to eco mode here. And then also, of course, sport mode. And finally, tow. So I'll get back into normal mode, and you can actually further configure the instrument panel by whether or not your lane keep assist is on. So you can see when I turned on the lane keep assist, the speedometer moved over to the side, and you've got the little road display here. So if I turn that off, it goes back to the middle. you can change how everything looks and what you want to see on your screen. It's almost endless, so really pretty cool. Again, this vertical display, it's, you know, it responds really nice. Everything's right where you want it to be. It's not hard to navigate. Everything works good. There's several buttons here: climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel. Yeah, everything's really nice and located about where you would want it to be. So yeah, I'll turn this around now and you can kind of see from behind me. It does have a full panoramic sunroof, and I opened the back shade there. And this does seat 7, so you've got captain seats in the second row as well as third row bench back there. I've got it folded down, so a lot of room actually, and it's surprising inside. Really pretty nice details. I mean, there's some hard plastic, but you would expect that at this price point. You're going to find that in a Toyota Highlander. You're going to find that in a Honda Pilot and Chevy. You know, everybody's going to, at this price point, you know, in this kind of mid-level, mid-size SUV, you're going to get some hard plastic. But all in all, I mean, the build quality in here feels pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm pretty impressed with it. But what I'm really impressed with is the performance. So if you get a regular Ford Explorer, you're looking at about 300 horsepower out of their 4-cylinder. If you get the V6, EcoBoost V6, it's turbocharged. That takes you to 365 horsepower. The 2020 ST, which is what I'm in here, obviously, has been further tuned to 400 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque. So this thing does mean business. It's very performance-oriented, and without further ado, I'd like to show you a little bit more about that. All right, driving the Explorer ST. So first of all, I'm going to put it in sport mode, because if you've been following me for very long at all, you know that's where I like to live. So put it in drive, and first thing, you know, you do get some. Turn the AC down. It is hot. It's 93 degrees this evening, so I do have the AC going. I hope it's not too loud. But first thing I'll note is that you definitely get some engine noise piped through the inside of the car, and that's not uncommon these days. A lot of performance cars give you, you know, an imitated engine note inside, and this is no difference. But I really don't hate it, to be honest with you. It sounds pretty good, actually. It sounds really aggressive, and you know, I don't know how much of it is the actual engine note I'm hearing and how much of it is the imitated sound, but it's good. Also in sport mode, I'm getting this rev match downshift, so when it's downshifting through the gears, there's a rev match to come join it, and it's kind of nice. It's a nice, very performance oriented, like in the you know, Mustang. You know, it's reminiscent anyway of the Mustang. So when it downshifts. So anyway, I'm sitting at a stop here. It doesn't have launch control, so I'm just gonna floor it and see what it'll do. They say 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. Let's go and see what happens. Yeah, so it is. It's fast. It sounds fast. It sounds maybe even a little faster than it is. I would call it quick. I don't know. I don't have a way to time 0 to 60 quite yet, but it's there. I'm going to turn around and do it one more time, and I'll try to shift it with the paddle shifters here and see if we can do a little better than the vehicle on its own. But you know, I will say its mid-range grunt is impressive. From a start, it's maybe a little hesitant, but once it gets going, it's humming pretty good. So I'm going to turn around, make another run at it here, and see what we can see. Yeah, God, it does sound good. I mean, it sounds really, really quite nice. Those gears shift with the paddle shifter like blisteringly fast. So we'll get back here on the straightaway and see if we can get it to launch again. Let's see here. I'm to brake boost it a little bit too and see what we can do. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely faster. So what I just did is brake boosted it, and I was also using the paddle shifters here to shift through the gears. So definitely faster that way. Yeah, I know, I need to put gas in it. So anyway, enough of that. I'll tone it down a little bit and just tell you what I like about this thing. You know, the ride quality is nice, if not firm. It's, you know, it's basically, you know, if I buy a Ford Explorer ST, I'm buying the ST for that extra horsepower. I want it to look right. I want it to sound right. You know, I think it feels like it should. It feels sporty, it feels aggressive. The ride is firm, but not uncomfortable. These seats are nice, which, by the way, with the push of a button here, you can actually turn massage on. So I can go into upper, lower, circular, full recovery, high, medium, low. So as I'm talking to you, I'm now being massaged, which is nice. But you know, it's a comfortable vehicle, but it is aggressive. There's no question about it. It looks aggressive, it feels aggressive, it sounds aggressive. From a handling standpoint, body roll is non-existent, man. This thing really, really is tight around the corners. You can throw it and toss it, and it just flat, you know, goes. You just point it and it'll go. I've been a little aggressive with it in some turn in, and it doesn't, there's no wheel slip, it just flat goes. So I've been impressed with that. You know, it's all-time four-wheel drive, and I've got, you know, a display here showing me how the power's moving through the wheels. So it's a very smart vehicle, and yeah, I mean, it is kind of what I would expect it to be. And it sounds, God, do you hear that? It sounds so good. I mean, even like, so I'm rolling at about 55 miles an hour here, and if I lean into it, it just bites and goes. So it really doesn't hesitate whatsoever. Once it's underway, it really does move quite nice. You know, not a lot of wind noise. I think Ford did a good job, man. The build quality in here is really quite nice. Super nice sound system. You know, camera, 360-degree cameras. Everything's right where you want it to be, like you would want it in a performance vehicle. Shifts are really fast. I hope you can hear that. Just click, click, click. Simmer down into normal mode here and see if the engine note changes at all inside. So just back in normal mode. It is a little quieter. It is a little quieter. I'm rolling along at 75 miles an hour here, and there's a little bit of wind noise, but all in all, it's pretty quiet. I mean, this is the same engine that's used in the Police Interceptor, the Explorer Police Interceptor. It's a twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6, and it's amazing to me what car companies are doing now with engine performance. I mean, the 4-cylinder engine in the Explorer gets 300 horsepower. To give you something to compare that to, when I fell in love with the Ford Mustang, I was probably, I would have been 12 years old. 1993 Fox Body GT or Fox Body Cobra. I lusted for that car. That 5-liter engine sounded so good. 205 horsepower. And now you've got Ford producing a 4-cylinder with 300 horsepower. You put the V6 in the Explorer and twin turbocharge it to 365 horsepower, and then further tune it to 400. So what you get out of that is a lot of performance, but really pretty good efficiency. I mean, this car is getting 20 miles to the gallon. But every mile's fun. It's put a smile on my face because it's really, really aggressive. It's a really neat car. I don't feel like I'm sitting up high in an SUV, and I know a lot of people that would buy SUV, they buy it, you know, to sit up a little higher. This feels like I'm driving a sedan. It feels like a fast kind of sports sedan. Quick. I won't say fast. Quick. It's peppy. It's quick. But it feels like a sports sedan. I really like the steering wheel. It's got perforated leather and big, thick bolstering right here. Flat bottom with the ST badge. It's a nice steering wheel. Paddle shifters are right behind me here, so you can be in control if you don't think the engine or the transmission that's selected is doing good enough job. And like I just demonstrated earlier, that, you know, brake boosting and paddle shifting, I felt like gave me a little better 0 to 60 time. Ford says 5.5 seconds. That's probably about right. Feels about like that. But you know, you can throw your golf clubs in the back, your kids' soccer stuff, and you know, and your family of 5 has plenty of room, and you're rolling to 60 in 5.5 seconds. That's respectable. That's respectable. So anyway, yeah, man, I have waited for probably over a year to get my hands on an Explorer ST, and finally here it is, and I have to say I'm impressed. It's a good mid-size SUV that's not even leaning performance. It is a performance SUV. I mean, I'm gonna throw it into this turn. It's just flat as it can be. Now keep in mind I'm in normal mode here, so it's still, you can only take it so normal. It's normal is performance. So yeah, really, really nice SUV. I actually really like this. And was it worth the wait? Yeah, I think it was actually. It's a cool car. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for taking time to check out the Explorer ST. Thanks for taking time to check out Car Talk with Zach. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, throw down a comment, but be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything else that I'm producing. And I appreciate every view. So thank you so much for helping me chase my passion. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.